And good evening to you. We start tonight with St. Pete City Council meeting to approve more than $1 million to move forward with repairs to Tropicana Field. We're so glad you're here with us on 10 Tampa Bay at 5. I'm Courtney Robinson.
And I'm Frank Wiley. All of this coming a week after council members approving hundreds of millions of dollars for a new Rays stadium. It's all part of a massive development deal, and that requires Pinellas County to approve bonds to fund their part of the stadium.
Tonight, 10 Tampa Bay's Aaron Parsegian joins us live from St. Pete. And Aaron, you were on hand as county commissioners talked about this saga once again.
Yeah, after delaying a vote on these bonds twice before and ahead of an expected vote next week, commissioners are still raising concern, calling for more transparency from the Rays.
They need to start doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Pinellas County commissioners calling on the Tampa Bay Rays to show proof they are fulfilling obligations as part of a deal to build a new stadium in St. Pete.
Until they either tell us that they can or they satisfy it, why are we even voting? I don't understand why it's even on the agenda.
These comments coming during a workshop session ahead of an expected vote on hundreds of millions of dollars in bonds next week, and just days after Rays co-president Matt Silverman put out this statement saying they anticipate its approval, but will need to work to fill a funding gap caused by 2 delayed votes at the county level.
For them to say that we delayed it costing them money is just disingenuous completely.
A county attorney confirming there is nothing requiring the county to approve bonds up until a March 31 deadline, causing some commissioners to question whether the Rays still want the deal now fully approved at the city level.
I believe they have used those 2 hurricanes as a reason to try to get out of this deal.
Where the votes stand among the 7 commissioners is still not clear, with 4 still remaining critical. Supporters, even miffed by the team, say if they want out, let them make that decision. And there's no financial consequence for the county approving bonds next week.
We need to get this thing off of our plate, and we need to move on. If the Rays fail to meet their obligations by March 31st, it's on them. We got nothing to lose here. So my opinion is we just need to follow through. We need to get this done, and we need to move on with life.
Yeah, we reached out to the Rays to see if they'll be providing that additional information and financial documents to the county. We've not yet heard back, but in a previous statement they sent back a couple weeks ago, they did say the team has met all of their obligations to this point.
All right, Aaron, strong statements there. At the same time, City Council just approving taking the first steps to Tropicana Field. So what does that include?
Yeah, well, essentially, St. Pete City Council tonight, they approved spending $1.7 million and hiring a design firm and really taking those first steps to repairing Tropicana Field. It's because they're legally obligated to do so because of their agreement with the lease there. That is just the first step, though. What's going to happen later for the full repair, which should cost upwards of $60 million, that's not decided at this point. They're likely going to wait to see what happens at the county next week. We're live in St. Pete tonight. Aaron Parsegian, 10 Tampa Bay.